now that we've talked about the versatility of the JX3 and the reason why he decided to make the transition from a regular saddle to the JX3, we're going to talk a little bit about the ascenders, descenders, the reason why he chose the ones that he has, and I'll let Mark take over.
So when I started with the tree climbing, that we do a line of climbing called SRT, which is single rope tactic. So we use a hand ascender, and we use the actual ascender or brake. This is what actually holds us in the tree while we're hanging from our ropes.
So this not only holds, but also he can utilize that to descend down the tree.
Correct.
Once the hunt's over with. Now
Correct.
this is single hand feature.
Yep.
With a micro pulley on the back. This he utilizes to pull himself with the tail.
Correct. And the reason why I went with this product is because of the micro pulley for the tail of my rope. I used to use a pulley up on my old one here where a pulley would come over and I would have to pull the tail this way. This utilizes me to use both hands if I wanted to, or just to keep my rope out of the way of my tail.
So originally you'd have had another carabiner here.
Correct.
With a micro pulley here.
Yes. Eliminates me doing two hands.
Simplifies things,
yes.
Especially in the dark.
Yes.
Makes things much easier.
Yes, and it's much quieter. Now when I leave my vehicle, I never take the saddle off. I never take off the JX3 ever. When I'm wearing it, it's on for the day. I have my bag on the back, and my products are in my bag as well inside. When we get to a tree, we throw a line.
So this would be your throw ball. This would be a throw line. He has a little bag right there that everything goes in. It's already pre-attached. He would stand here. He'd have a tree selected. So you could go in there and set a rope real quick so he can pull his arbor rope up.
We're going to take my hook, unhook it from the tree, because this will be the way it is every tree I set.
So this is a preset location.
Yes. So I just go ahead and put this through, and then I will actually take the other side, pull my climbing rope, which is a static line arborist rope. It's good for 8,000 tensile strength for weight without snapping. Then I just bring the tail of this, and I will be going to the half line system. I just have all the products. I just have not cut my rope to do that with yet.
So the half line system eliminates half the length of this
I'm
regular
using
arbor
30
rope,
feet instead of 60, yes.
which would eliminate half the weight.
Correct. Yes. Anything lighter is better. So then I bring it through the tail, and I pull it straight to the tree. I always make sure that this is hooked to my loop of my rope because I want to pull it down
To recover it.
to recover my rope. So I just hook it to the above the knot, tighten it back up so it doesn't come apart, and then it goes up just like that. So when I pull, this goes up and I have my paracord with it so I can retrieve my rope after. So then I just cinch it to the top, around a branch, which I know this will hold me. So then I grab my hand ascender, which goes up to the tree, and I just take one thumb. This is usually just one hand operation. Thumb, snap it. You don't have to snap it. You can, when you're in the woods, you can go really quiet, and it rolls on your finger because it does on a pulley system in there. So you can just let it go really quiet. And I pull it up to that point. I then take my ascender itself, or my brake, and it's a Virgo. And on the inside of the Virgo, it shows the arrow,
Directional line.
on how the line goes in. So you basically just follow the view and you lay the rope inside just like this. And this is 11 millimeter rope. You can climb with this from 8 millimeter all the way to 11. And then you close it back up. Just simple. You put your carabiner inside, and now I take the tail of my rope and I put it in the micro pulley. This is the reason why I bought this unit, and it snaps in there. Now you can keep your thumb here in the woods in the morning, and you can actually just
So it
hold.
wouldn't make that noise.
Right, and so you don't hear the clicking. But the clicking is not. It's where your feet is louder going up the tree than what that would be. So now we are tight. So then what I do with the JX3, and the great feature about this is they have two handles on the back, if you can see this. And what happens is these two handles on the inside, you take it, you lift. Do I have a leg strap? Yeah, I have a leg strap.
in.
Yep.
Looper.
I'm not gonna hook my leg straps in right now because I'm not really hunting. So what you do is you pick it up and you let it fall. Then what happens is your bridges come out. So there's two carabiners that come with the JX3 already, which is the JX3 model, and they also have your bridges. I went ahead and purchased the longer bridge. They do make an AM steel bridge as well for these now, where they are made for the JX3, which is great. I have not done that yet, but I will just climb in the bigger one. That way it gets me farther away from the tree. Well,
that's the purpose for the longer ones, to give you some room away from the tree.
Yes, when I'm in the tree, I normally will keep my SRT rope hooked to me as well, and my tether, because I like to be safe. I know we were in ropes. I know that we catch into weather like we are right now. It is raining here. So I like to have the safety versatility of having two, like an emergency backup. So my tether will be hooked to my main. I see that the short one that I climb in is out of the way with my SRT rope. So when I hook into my tether, I'm a little farther away and it stays away from each other. That's the whole purpose of ordering the second one. So then when I get to the tree, I will hook up my carabiner to my bridge. And now, at this point, I will tighten up till I feel pressure on the back of my legs with the seat. And now when you get pressure, you just sit.
Sit into it.
You sit into it, now you're on a chair. This hook is very wonderful. So when you get to a tree, you can actually walk up to it with your feet. And now I am...
Keeps your knees right off in the tree.
No more knees into the trees. No more hip pinching, because all the weight is here.
He's basically sitting into a lounge chair.
I'm in a lounge. This is basically a climber turned into the tree instead of away from it. And what I like about this is that you can put your ring of steps or whatever you prefer for your feet when you get up to the top. I'll go up a little bit because I'll show you how this feature works. So in the past I was using another pulley, like I said, and I was pulling with two hands.
Let me ask you something. If you had a child, a youth,
Yep.
if you had your wife that you wanted to get up into the tree with this setup, could I assist her by pulling the tail?
You could pull the tail.
And eliminate some of the,
yes,
you know, the upper body strength required?
Correct. You can pull another person up. So let's say I'm at 20 feet right here in my hunting height. So now what happens is I will actually just let my legs go into the tree. And you guys can see how this hook will pivot into the tree or whatever your liking would be.
And if you have a ring of steps,
yes,
or in states that it's allowed, you have tree pegs,
yes,
you would have 360 degree
360.
shootability.
I can actually spin with my own feet without even using a ring of steps, at least 180 there. I can swing back around.
One thing I would want to recommend is to eliminate this tail.
Yes.
When you get up there, put it up there, put it on one of your hangers, and eliminate that rope.
I will take this when I'm up my hunting height. I will ravel this up. I will have a bag hanging here. I will actually take this tail, which this will be shorter with the half line system, and I will just shove it in my bag. So this is out of my way, and this will be actually be off as well.
That would come completely off, yes, because this is his setup now.
Yeah, so right now, hunting height, I'm there. I take that off. One hand operation. You pick up, pull back, and push forward, and it comes right off. I throw it in a bag.
Now, for some reason, if you drop this, how are you coming down?
This is what this comes into play. This is that vertical, the brake that we were talking about. This is our descender. So what I would do, basically just take this, and there's a spot where it says thumb here. So I put my thumb here. I know Sean, he's a tree man, so he likes to hold it out here. But technically, you just take your palm, hold it down, put your thumb there, and I just basically with one hand, or two hands, and I put pressure on my thumb here, and I just descend down, all the way to the tree. And if I get to the bottom of the tree real quick, I grab my unit, click it back on, put my tail in, and ascend back up. 12 minutes, we could be in a tree hunting with the right preparation with just the static line, or the throw ball line. You grab your throw line, and you give it a quick tug, and out comes your rope. Pull the rope all the way through, pull the tail out of the loop. Take your, don't forget, very important, to hook your throw line back to your climbing rope so you can retrieve the line when you leave. So I just hook it right back in there.
So that rethreads it.
Yes, so you have to...
Next use.
So I will actually sit there, I'll grab my rope, take it off I take it off my carabiner because I always keep my carabiner with my rope because every set is different, or I have different trees, multiple trees with my throw line.
You could put an S-hook on that,
yep,
hook it up real quick.
Yep.
It's $1 S-hook.
Yep.
You literally have probably about $5 per set,
yep,
to set up your spot.
Very cheap. Yep.
One rope in your backpack.
Yep. Another key feature about this is if during rifle season, you can actually take this JX3 and you can literally just sit right on the ground. Now,
so
with
those
the side
plastic
straps,
standoffs,
with these side straps that you use, which is another feature about lounging comfortability. So the straps here that come in, you pull your back to like a tree. Things are tangled up, gotta get this all tangled up. But you can literally pull these straps and you could be comfortably sitting.
you could lay right back in.
Yes, if these are untangled, this will come all the way up, and now you can literally sit right in the middle of the ground and be a rifle hunter.
So realistically, if someone's turkey hunting or whatever,
Yes.
they can utilize
Turkey
this
hunting,
as well.
very
Carry the bird
comfortable.
out on its back, use it to sit on the ground.
Your own chair,
All your purpose.
everything. And you just stand back up, and the seat falls. You take the JX3, grab the handles, put them in your hands, flip it back up, find the hook, lift, and that's it.
That's a wrap, guys. Thank you from HuntFit 365. Thank you, Mark.
Yes, thank you.
Appreciate it.
Thank you.